Hey guys, Mark here. I am in Banff National Park. I had not planned to do anything in this park this year. I did have a 5-day, actually it was going to stretch to 6, and then I decided it was a little too much. It was just jam-packed, a lot of mileage, so I downgraded. Decided to do a 3-day. All right, I'm in the Upper Bankhead parking lot. I've actually never even poked my nose in here until today, so it's kind of interesting. All right, I'm on the Banff map, Banff and Mount Assiniboine. All right, Upper Bankhead, I'm here. So the plan is to go up here and then down here, go up and see the lake and come back out at Norquay. There's a few people using this parking lot. It is the sea level circ parking lot as well. Cascade Mountain is behind this. It's a huge mountain. It's not super tall, but it's got a massive footprint. And basically, I'm gonna hike around it. Okay. I think that's pretty neat. That shows the entire length of the Cascade Fire Road. Right? So it just kind of gives you a sense of wonder that a little trail like this can keep going for 70 kilometers all the way to Yahatinda. I don't ever plan to walk that whole thing, not all in one shot, but it is kind of cool. This is the first time I'm doing anything from this part of the park. I haven't done Minnewanka. I haven't done any of that. I've started out at Norquay and did Sawback. That's as far east as I've gotten, at least in this part. Well, it rained a lot last night. I think it rained again this morning too. So things were wet out here, but there's absolutely nothing coming down across the trail, so I can get away without wearing my rain pants. A lot of trails it would not be like that. I'd be already putting them on, otherwise my pants would be wet and 20 minutes, right, brushing through stuff. What is this? That's some kind of staging point for the wardens. I don't know if that's a counter or a camera over there, but I think they want to make sure no one messes with this. I already saw a counter, so. That is one old ass sign. Must be just a staging point. Pretty sure there's a way to drive in here. You can see just cars over there. Tack shed or looks like an outhouse. Gee, the roof could use some love. I mean, some horses poop right on the concrete and they didn't care. They're just like, yeah, see ya. We're leaving. Oh, what do we got here? 51788. Okay. Well, that's back when there was some money in the back country. I'm guessing you're locked from the inside. Yep. Looks like this has been a perfect spot for a picnic table. Just chill out. Cool. Did not expect to find something like this. Not super surprised though, that's for sure. I don't know if this counts as one of the warden cabins, but you know what? Oh, it's got a nice flue. But you know what? It's accessible by car, so it's not a backcountry warden cabin. And so in that case, I'm not super, it's not like, oh, another one off the list. No. Yeah, it is interesting that I found it though. So this is just looking back. This is a little intersection. So trails carrying on that way. I came from that way. Just having a look at this. This is kind of a shortcut onto the trail. I looked at using this in the future. You know, the Lake Minnewanka parking lot is like 900 meters as the crow flies, and the cirque level, you know, upper bankhead is 1.1. So if you decide to go at Lake Minnewanka, then walk on the road, come down here, you're really not saving yourself much. And I think this is probably like, it appears this is the last place where you can come and intercept the Cascade Fire Road. So yeah, I'm thinking, unless I find another trail up there, I'm thinking it's not worth trying to cut over from Lake Minnewanka. You might as well just park back there, because I got at least 2 more backpacks I'm planning out of this place. Well, it was pretty road-like before, but now that I passed an intersection, it is really a road. I mean, look at this thing. It's practically a logging road at this point. It is an old fire road, but it hasn't been used in a long time, not since the 80s when some bridges collapsed. So yeah, I don't know what they would do with it now. I guess they'd still use it the best they could if a fire started in the park. Day hikers. You never know what you'll find. I didn't think for a second day hikers would be on this thing. There is 10 hikes around Banff, especially with the car, that you can do that go to lakes, waterfalls, climbing up something, canyons, all that stuff. And this trail doesn't really go to anything. Right? Not with a day hike. I can see people coming out here on bikes. This is a great bike trail. But yeah, Americans from Wisconsin. We chatted for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Apparently there's a couple up there on their bikes I'm going to encounter as well. I honestly expected to see nobody at all. So yeah, I suspect once I get past that couple that maybe that'll be it for 2.5 days. We'll see. Again, you know, you don't know. I don't know what you'll find. Well, I've been slowly going uphill. I know nothing about this first 15 kilometers. And the books write about Cascade Fire Road. They don't write much. You know, it's, yeah, so I mean, you come to this campground, you come to this bridge, you pass this cabin. Nothing about climb or descent or anything. So whatever comes will be a surprise, basically. Oh boy, look at this boring ass straight fire road. I'm planning to come up here a couple more times, like, Jesus. At least on this one I'm not coming back this way, but yeah, this is just work. I mean, this is the first time I'm seeing it, so not bad this time, but the next couple of times, oh boy, just put your head down and push through. Oh my. I'm just here having a nice break. The sun's out. And those 2 ladies walked up and started having a chat with them, and they're like, we're starting to think maybe we're going the wrong way. We're day hiking. Where are you going? Well, sea level cirque. Yeah, you can put a big old sign that says 70 kilometers up this trail, and yeah, they still turned up the wrong way. So I told them, go back to the parking lot. Oh well, what do you do, you know? What do you do? Simple mistakes. People think I'm crazy for walking out in the middle of nowhere, like really far out there. But honestly, like the easiest place to make mistakes is right in the front country. I mean, right where people have made trails everywhere, and there's 4 trailheads leaving from one parking lot and whatever, in this case 2, and you can go with the wrong trail. I mean, out in the middle of nowhere, there's usually one trail. One and done. All right, so yeah. I just got to the top of something. It's climbing for a bit. Now, a little rise. Start getting away from Lake Minnewanka and getting into some valley. Hopefully it'll open up a little bit at some point and get some views. Those day hikers that sound like they made it all the way to Cascade Bridge Campground, those Americans, and they said it's beautiful there. So we'll see what it looks like. Gives me something to look forward to. It's kind of roughly the halfway point of my day. Been following alongside this guy for a bit. Pretty damn dry right now. Normally there's probably some water in it. Pretty quick going now. After I got over that hill, just sort of banging off distance, right? Boy, yeah, the fire roads, they were built, you know, in a good place for a road. They were, I mean, they're a boundary trail. That, a lot of the road doing that one, oh man, went up to sell them in. That was wholly boring. My God, that was boring. Okay. Bison drift fence, eh? He's saying they built a fence like all the way to Lake Minnewanka? Huh. Interesting. I did not know. Oh, dried up pond. Kind of pretty, actually. Grass and stuff coming up now. Sign of the times, you know. I'm sure this was probably 25 years ago. This is probably full of water year round. All right, starting to get a few views here. Starting to get a little something. Yeah, better get a good look. I don't know if I'll see much more of it. Looks like a pretty easy one to climb up. I was thinking that was something, but it just seems to be unnamed. Spectral Peak is in behind it in that direction. This is kind of neat. So the road, obviously, on the other side, you got a meadow, kind of a bog, some muskeg. And honestly, it looks like an artificial line of trees. It looks like this is a farmer's field. So they left exactly one line of trees standing between the road is and then in here. Look at them. They look like they were planted at the same time, no less. That's kind of funny. All right, going down now. Down to the Cascade River. It's called the Cascade River Fire Road, but the first 6 kilometers is Cascade River is nowhere near it. All right, go check out this bridge. There's a campground. Yeah, it's a little bit wrong earlier. It's not really half, it's just a little shy. I've seen this before. That is old telephone line. That's to the cabins before CB radio became a bit more reliable. They actually had lines. When they ripped them down, they left some of those things up on the trees. Nice. That's a nice view. Yeah. Oh, I'm up on the road here. Now we're talking. Not bad at all. All right, we got a Y. I'm guessing that's the horse crossing. Oh, I can already see the bridge over there, actually. And we got ourselves a little trail camera over here. I don't mind seeing trail cameras. That means that Parks is coming out to change out the film, which means they're gonna come and take care of the trail, all right? They'll come cut stuff out. Okay, Cascade River Bridge. Boy, look at this big, strong metal. This looks like a pretty new bridge. Oh, we got cyclists coming up the other side. Cool. Very nice new bridge. There go those two bikers. Had a chat with them. I was gonna hang out on the bridge, you know. Get some of the views, enjoy a little bit. You can see this one's still getting some sun. I think the sun would be out. Wow, Cascade Mountain's kind of in the way too. I'm pretty happy to see Cascade River like this though. I could easily, I didn't go over here. Right now I think it probably wouldn't get to my knee. Maybe it would surprise me and it would get to my knee somewhere, but it'd be fine. I'm not crossing this for another 6-7 kilometers. And you know, last night there was a big rainfall, so this is actually a little higher probably than it normally would be. And you got this thing down here. Well, those guys were guessing that maybe that measures water level. So if you go to the Alberta Rivers site, maybe this thing shows up. Look how high it is off the river. I mean, obviously the river gets up to there at some point. Beautiful, wonderful bridge. I mean, this is built in the last 5 years, easily. This is wonderful. Stream gauging station, yeah. Assuming it's still operational. Wonder what BM means. There's little trails. See, there's a little trail right there. It probably goes up this thing. Apparently the campground is just over here, so I'm not surprised to see that the little trails around, because people like to do little hikes at campgrounds, right? I wonder what this thing is too, you know. It's obviously towed behind a quad or something. And then is it used to like pound down the mud or just kind of grade it? I think it just kind of grades it. Grades the road. All right. All right, let's go and see this campground. Cascade Bridge, CR6. Not a surprise at all, man. Banff National Park. Things are in good shape. Fare boxes. Yeah. Can't say I'm a real fan of having the constant drone of the river, so I'd probably be looking for something a little farther away, but very nice. And it's open, right? Over here I saw an outhouse someplace. That is also not a surprise. Banff National Park is, oh yeah, a lot of outhouses. All right, just finishing walking through this thing. You don't have to walk through, you can go around the other side. That's it. I'd be a little surprised if I saw anyone now for 2.5 days, but I've already been surprised at how many people I've already seen. So yeah, let's see. 4 Americans, 2 women who came up the wrong way. The Americans might have 2, for all I know. And the 2 bikers. So already 8 people, 3 different parties. All right, now I'm starting to have something to actually look at. That's pretty. Really helps the mindset when you got some views. I think that's Spectral Peak. That's very pretty, for sure. Okay, well, this is taking on a bit of a different tone. Coming out here. Nice new culverts from the looks of things. Well, the section I just went through was clearly some kind of diversion through the forest. This was the old road. And then you come back here and again, look at what, look at how much of a road it is again. Hey, I don't mind. I don't want to see the road. I don't want things, see things just deteriorate and deteriorate, right? I got plans for all this. I'm not sure when, but down the road. Okay, they're just going all out with these cameras. The last one I saw was at the bridge. That's not even 5 kilometers ago. Not a lot to show you on this section. Here you get a little peek through the trees down to the river. It's just ascending slightly, just a bit of a climb. It's subtle, but you can see that, yeah, it's got a little bit of height over the river. Well, I haven't had much to look at, so this is a weird one. It looks like the side of a ski hill. Like all this grass and then just random forest. All right, little pointless down and up coming up. Look at this one tree, just this one tree. Right there, right? What a strange ass mountain. Be a neat one to go and climb though, right? You just, all that open area, you'd have a great view the whole time. Huh. Not sure quite yet if I'm supposed to go to the left of this thing or the right. If the trail brings me that way, but we'll see. Okay, I'm at a Y in the road. Apparently this is down to the cabin, which honestly, I can already see a flag. Wow, cabin that actually has a flag hanging up. Apparently it keeps going. Like there's a trail that parallels the road for a while after the cabin, and it's 900 meters. Yeah, that's how long the break off is from the trail. Ooh, yeah. I get the feeling this is going to be a nice view. Now with the flag up, I honestly thought somebody might be here. But no, she's boarded right up. What a pretty cabin. And there's a plaque in front of it. Well, how cool is that? Oh, even this guy is pretty sweet. Look at that. Very cool. Best view I've had all day, bar none. Leave it to a cabin, right? Always go and see the patrol cabins if you can, because the view is just worth it. It is just worth it. All right, what do we got here? Lived here for 4 years, back in the day when wardens and their families even would come and stay in the middle of nowhere. This is only 15 kilometers out, but still. Oh, about 13, I think. I mean, you could put a plaque like that up at basically all the cabins that exist after like 1975. There was probably a warden living with his family, possibly right through the winter. Right? I mean, that's pretty badass. I read Roots in the Rockies by Frank Camp, and his stories are pretty cool, man. They lived in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. Right through the winter. It's pretty badass stuff. come down to the water, you understand right away why they got these big stumps here to sit and have coffee or something. Because like, now you get a view of this guy. That is just a strange mountain. So cool. It's like someone cut a mountain in half. We'll make this half, this one mountain, the flat part up there is another mountain. I love it. Usually Banff National Park, you know, they don't have any registries. And I mean, a plaque, yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. Usually I don't think a whole lot of Banff National Park cabins there. For some reason, they just don't have the same draw as the Jasper National Park ones with their awesome registries that sometimes go back 40 years. The main cabin has a loft, or maybe it's just a high ceiling and that's for light. I don't know, but geez, pretty badass cabin, man. And Banff National Park really takes this stuff seriously. Even the pooper, you know, this really nice outhouse has a lock on it. And as per fairly normal, all of Banff National Parks, you know, all their storm shutters are also locked. In Jasper, you can unscrew them, you know, open, just have a look inside, you know, then you put everything back together, but not Banff. Look at this. Oh, I love it. I love it. That is, look at all four of them. You know, that is craftsmanship. I mean, are there even people out there who know how to do this anymore? Who know how to take a tree full of knots and incorporate it into a building like that? That is so cool. Well, that's the way I came. I think on another day, I'll just head back up there. It literally takes 30 seconds. But I think today, just for interest's sake, I'm gonna keep going down the warden path for another 800 meters or so until it re-intercepts. See if it's even maintained. Probably it is. What the hell? One building, two building. If I had chosen to go back, I would have missed this. Okay, there's another building. Damn. That is a big ass tack shed, I'm thinking. And this is a corral, pretty big one. Well, certainly not built with love and care the way a lot of the rest of the stuff is. But, you know, kind of cool. 3 buildings. I mean, you can always think of Willow Creek, where there's like a barn and stuff, right? Lots of stuff going on in some of these cabins. It's a good staging point here, I guess, for some deep backcountry trips. Both of these impressive gates were closed, so left them both as I found them. This looks very well maintained. This looks just fine. I would say that they still use this back way out of the cabin back to the trail. Okay, I'm at a 4-way intersection. I think that's the road up there after this kind of washed out section. I think that's where I would have come if I had stayed on the road. And then you got this. So I think this just goes around this washed out section and I'll end up over there anyways. But yeah, tiny bit confusing. No signs anywhere at all saying where to go either. This better not go much farther. I'm not going to Elk Pass yet. Not yet. No, I'm bailing on that pretty fast. Yeah, I think I'm going to go up this thing and get on that road. That's the way I'm supposed to be going. Is on back that way. So yeah, I don't like that other trail. That's going the wrong damn way. It's I think carrying forward like this is safe. Figure things out later. I was back there, went dancing across these rocks, and now I've intercepted the road for real. I don't leave my pack here. I'm just going to walk back there and see if there's any sign that was pointing to that trail. Is that like the Elk Pass horse crossing or something? I don't know. I'll do a little bit of reconnaissance, see what's going on. But pretty sure I'm gonna come right back to my bag there and carry on down the trail. There's nothing. There's no sign, no nothing. My bag's just over here, so there's just a little triangle right here. So I'm guessing there's two ways to get to Elk Pass, like to that crossing. So probably I'm gonna find it when I get there, right, tomorrow. When I get to the actual signed hiker way that's in the books. Apparently I'm 800 meters from the campground now. Maybe I'll come back later and just do a little bit of running around, hiking, right? Little night stroll, little exploring. And you know me, it's only about 5 o'clock. So as far as I know, I have at least 3 hours of daylight left. Look at these babies over here. See if I can focus. There you go. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. All the road is well taken care of until here. Surprise, surprise. You pass a warden cabin, suddenly the road is not as well taken care of. That is not surprising. Oh, I can sell smoke. I think I'm going to have some company at my campground. Cool. It's kind of fun. There. That's the official way up to Elk Pass. Come back here tomorrow. Nice. There's 3 gentlemen over there. What a view. Outstanding. What is all this? Is this where the creek used to go? Sure looks like it. This used to be the bridge. Over there, there's the road, but it's all been washed out. Cool. I've seen these a lot in Banff National Park. Simple. You give it a base, you put a massive beam, and you give it a handrail. Done. Fire pit with an amazing view, bear boxes, and apparently not one but 2 poopers, 2 outhouses. So spoiled. I got so spoiled. Banff National Park. So I walked into camp. There's 3 gentlemen there, and immediately one of them is, "I know you." And so he knows me from YouTube, and he says he's even watched a lot of my stuff. That's kind of interesting, but also a little awkward for me. It's just kind of like, okay, yeah, they're nice guys, they're good guys. We're bullshitting about backpacking and stuff. Right now I'm just coming back here to set up my tent. But yeah, I've never actually had prolonged exposure, you know, chatting with people who've seen me on my channel. So yeah, it's a little different. I knew that happened at some point, right? For sure. I mean, I have been on YouTube for what, 5-6 years now? Oh, nice spots. This is not one of those things where they have 4 official spots, but I mean, even here around this spot, you could probably set up another 2 tents, especially if you weren't too worried about them being level. I enjoyed hanging out with those guys. They're pretty, you know, they've done the South Boundary Trail. They've done a lot of stuff. So, yeah, they're pretty experienced. They're on day 8. So they're doing a pretty epic backpack right now, which is pretty cool, right? I love that. Super cool. Shout out to those guys. Mike, I remember your name. Sorry, I don't remember the other two. But yeah, shout out. Yeah, I want to show you a new toy. So, I got a little pump. I compared with how much an airbag costs, or how much it is in weight, and it only weighs 40 grams more. It really weighs like nothing. And it's working. Didn't really test it out too much at home. I just figured out what attachments I needed. But it's blowing it up. There. I'm not sure how many times this thing will do that. All right, I mean, might have to still bring along the inflation bag as a backup. If you're out like 8, 9, 10 days, I don't know. Or just blow it up yourself. I guess that's also a backup. Well, I got that one taken care of, so easy 15 kilometers, about as easy as you can imagine. So tomorrow is the big climb. Good night.